As we saw in case of one-way ANOVA, ANOM or analysis of means helps to determine if individual factor level means are different from the grand mean or the overall mean. Now, while setting up two-way ANOM in case of Minitab, we choose the factor city under factor 1 and agency under factor 2 for normal distribution of data. We choose the alpha or significance level at 5%. Now, in case of two-way ANOM, we have 3 graphs. First, to check is the graph on interaction effects. The interaction effect at each combination of the two factors is one is city and the other is agency. So the interaction effect at each combination of the two factors is given by the mean of observations at ith level of factor A. What does this mean? Factor A is city, ith level can be the first city. So the mean of observations at the combination of city 1 and the jth level of factor B, which can be, let's say, agency A. So the combination of city 1 and agency A, that subgroup which has got those 5 data points, the mean of those observations minus the mean of observation at ith level, that is the mean of observations for city 1 plus mean of observations at the jth level, which is the observations for agency A minus the grand mean. So this is how the interaction effect at each combination of the two factors is getting computed. Like if we take an example for agency A in city 1, it is given by 12.29, which is the mean for those 5 observations coming under city 1 agency A. You can have a look at these computations on the Excel sheet that we have embedded on slide 42. Now, all the Excel calculations that we are sharing in this video, the link to the original Excel file is provided in the description. So you can always download and play around with that sheet. Now, coming back to the calculation for agency A in city 1, it would be given by 12.29 minus mean for the observations for city 1, which is 13, plus the mean for agency A, which is 15, minus the overall mean, which is 15.7. So that's how this minus 0.02 is coming, and that is this observation here. Now, if any of the effects value lies beyond the decision limits, then it indicates that at those factor levels there is a dependency between the response and predictors. And if there is a significant interaction effect, this is very important to remember that the main effects for the factor levels will not display an accurate representation. Why? Because the response values are getting impacted by the change in factor levels. Now, in this case, we can see there is no interaction as all the points are within the limits. So we move to the main effects plots, and we can see that in case of main effects for factor 1, which is cities, level 1 and level 3, that is city 1 and city 3 means are outside the decision limits as they are statistically different from others and the grand mean. Since the response time is lower the better, we would safely infer that city 1 with the lowest response time is at a better level of performance than others. And same is the case with main effects for factor 2, that is agency, where again we can see clearly that the levels of performance for two agencies are statistically different. as again they are outside the limits. Now since the response time is lower the better, again we can safely say that agency A with the lowest response time is at a better level of performance in comparison to agency B. So in this example, with 95% confidence, we can say that agency A is a better ambulance service provider and city 1 is having the least ambulance response time. So that is all about two-way ANOVA and two-way analysis of means. I hope this video was useful. We would always be delighted to see your likes, comments and mails as we consider you an integral part of our learning endeavor. Keep watching this page as we plan to host more learning videos on concepts from DMAC, Lean, DFSS, re-engineering, theory of constraints, BPM and operations research. Please do subscribe to the page and keep receiving updates as and when we upload a new tutorial. Do share the links or channel details in your group so we end up creating a much larger learning community. In case you want us to talk about any specific concept, feel free to contact us. The contact details are mentioned here on the slide as well as on the page. So good luck and happy learning.